ready to explore a career that blends technical chops with serious creative vision.
Sounds like we're talking about media integration operators.
You got it. We're going deep on how to absolutely ace that interview using RoleCatcher's insights. Think of it like getting insider tips.
And we've got a ton of resources to dig into: a career guide, sample interview questions, the whole shebang.
So let's set the scene. When we say media integration operator, what's the day-to-day actually look like? More than just someone glued to a computer screen, right?
Oh, way more. It's dynamic for sure.
Yeah.
One day you're, deep in code on a media server. Next day you're on site at a concert, troubleshooting live. You're the one making sure the audio is perfect, the video projections are hitting their marks.
And the show goes on without a hitch.
Exactly.
The career guide even mentions a really strong employment outlook for the field. Why is that?
Well, think about it. Live events, entertainment, they're booming. And all of that needs skilled media integration operators. Immersive museum exhibits, those interactive brand activations everyone's doing, music festivals.
It's like the more tech-driven our world gets, the more these roles are needed to bring it all together.
100%.
Okay, so you've landed an interview for this dream job. Where does RoleCatcher's AI come in to give you that extra edge?
Imagine this. You upload the job description, right? RoleCatcher's AI analyzes it, picks out the exact skills, those keywords that'll make you stand out.
It's almost like having a secret weapon decoding what the hiring managers are really looking for.
Kind of. And it doesn't stop there. It helps you tailor your CV, your answers to common interview questions.
It's like having a personal career coach in your back pocket. Okay, let's jump into those interview questions. Where do they usually start?
Often with a classic, tell us about your experience with media integration software. They want to know, are you comfortable with the tools?
So do you just, rattle off every program you've ever opened?
Not quite. Keep it relevant.
Yeah.
Mention the specific software they list in the job description, of course, but then go deeper.
Deeper how?
Tell a story. Think of a project where you used that software and really knocked it out of the park. Or maybe a time you used it to solve a tough problem, get a specific creative effect.
Show, don't tell.
Exactly.
Love it.
Yep.
Now, let's say you're in the interview and they hit you with this. How do you ensure media files are properly integrated? What are they really getting at there?
It's all about your process, your attention to detail. They want to know you're not just winging it, hoping for the best. They're looking for a methodical approach that prevents errors before they happen.
So how do you show them you're that meticulous?
Walk them through your system, checking file formats, resolutions, audio levels, every little detail. If you use specific software features for previewing or testing, now's the time to mention those.
And if you can tell a quick story about a time your process saved the day during a live event, got bonus points.
100%. A good story makes it real.
Okay, let's talk troubleshooting. Live events, they're unpredictable, right? So imagine this question. How do you troubleshoot issues that arise during media integration?
It's bound to happen, right? Something always goes wrong. They want to see you can think on your feet, but also that you stay calm under pressure.
So instead of saying, I panic, what's a better way to put it?
I have a structured approach to troubleshooting. Start there, then, lay it out. First, I isolate the problem. Then I'll try solutions I already know. Check the documentation.
Phone a friend.
Well, maybe not literally, but you could say, if needed, I'll consult online resources or collaborate with colleagues. The key is to end on a positive note, a time you efficiently solved a critical issue.
Makes you sound like a rock star.
Yeah.
Speaking of rock stars, this feels always changing. How do you stay updated? How would that even come up as a question?
They might ask, how do you stay up to date with the latest media integration tools and techniques? It's your chance to show you're passionate about constantly learning.
So don't just say you read industry blogs.
Right. Get specific. Did a recent article on, say, projection mapping totally change how you think about it? Mention that.
Yeah.
Or maybe a presentation on show control blew your mind. Tell them about it.
Show them you're not just passively reading, you're actively searching for new ideas and using them.
Exactly. You want to come across as someone who's on top of their game.
It's like you're not just keeping up, you're ahead of the curve.
That's the goal.
Now, let's shift gears a bit. Think about this question. How do you collaborate with other departments to ensure media integration meets their needs? That seems to go beyond just the tech side of things.
It's huge. They want to know you're a team player because you're not working in a vacuum, right?
Right. You've got directors, stage managers, even marketing, all with their own visions.
And you have to bridge the gap, make sure everyone's vision is reflected in the tech, in the final product.
So how do you nail that answer? What do they want to hear?
Think back to a project, right? Maybe you had to tweak the timing on a projection to sync with the music perfectly, or incorporate a last-minute stage design change.
And how you communicated those changes, how you made it work for everyone.
Exactly. That you listened, that you found creative solutions, that you were flexible.
It's that adaptability that's key. Okay, let's up the ante a bit. How do you prioritize media integration tasks when working on multiple projects? That's the classic juggling act everyone in a creative field faces.
Every single person. And here's the thing. Everyone says they're a master multitasker. You gotta prove it.
So no more, I'm a hard worker.
Ditch the generic answers. Tell them your system. Do you live and breathe by project management software? Do you prioritize by deadlines? Break down huge projects into smaller chunks.
Show the method behind the magic.
Exactly.
Now, the question no one loves, but everyone has to deal with, budget. How do you ensure that media integration is completed on time and within budget?
It's a big one. They want to know you get it, that it's not just about cool tech, it's about the bottom line too.
So, should you whip out a spreadsheet mid-interview?
No need for that.
Hmm.
But you do want to focus on your ability to, well, to scope projects realistically, to estimate how much time, how many resources things will actually take.
And if you've had to make tough calls to stay within budget, to get creative when things go wrong.
Tell that story. It shows you can handle the pressure.
Okay, shifting gears again, let's talk accessibility. It's such a vital part of any kind of public experience these days. How might that come up in an interview?
They might ask straight up, how do you ensure that media integration meets accessibility standards? And it's not just a box to tick. They want to see you're truly committed to creating inclusive experiences.
So everyone feels welcome, everyone can participate fully.
100%. So brush up on those accessibility standards, WP, for example.
Yep.
Be ready to talk specifics.
Like making sure captions are accurate, synced up for deaf or hard of hearing attendees.
Exactly. Or making sure the color contrast works for those with visual impairments. Think about those details.
It's about that attention to detail again, but on a human level.
Okay.
Okay, last but not least, let's talk about the wow factor.
Mm-hmm.
You know, creating an experience that's not just functional, but truly memorable.
Right. They want to see your artistic side, how you engage an audience.
How might that question come up?
Something like, how do you ensure that media integration is visually appealing and engaging for the audience? It's your time to shine.
It's almost like they're asking, what's your artistic philosophy?
Yeah.
In a roundabout way.
In a way. So, brush up on your visual design principles, composition, color theory, even a little psychology wouldn't hurt. How do people perceive visuals? That kind of thing.
This feels like an area where having a tool like RoleCatcher in your back pocket would be invaluable.
Totally. RoleCatcher's AI, it can analyze that job description and tell you, are visual design skills a big deal for this specific role?
And if they are?
It'll help you tailor your answers, your CV, everything to highlight those strengths.
It's like having a secret weapon to help you present your best self.
And speaking of presenting your best self, it's about more than just, ticking off skills on a checklist. You have to sell them on your passion, on why this field lights you up.
Because it's not just pushing buttons. It's about creating something special.
100%. And when you can get that across in the interview, it makes all the difference.
Okay, so we've covered a ton today. Any final words of wisdom for our listeners as they get ready to crush these interviews?
Yeah, don't forget to think beyond the tech. I mean, knowing your software is crucial, obviously. Troubleshooting skills, those are essential.
Right.
But think back to those moments where you really collaborated, where you helped bring a vision to life, where you overcame a challenge.
Those are the stories that'll stick with them.
Exactly.
It's about showing them you can not only handle the tech, but you get the art of it all, too, the human side of it.
Couldn't have said it better myself. And hey, remember, RoleCatcher is there every step of the way, from that initial job description to fine-tuning your answers. It's a game changer.
It's like having a secret weapon.
Totally.
Well, on that note, a huge thank you to our expert for these incredible insights. And to our listeners, we hope this deep dive gives you the confidence to absolutely rock those media integration operator interviews.
Good luck out there.
This industry, it's bursting with potential, and it needs your unique blend of skills, your passion, your creativity. So go out there and create something amazing.